Alright gamers, welcome back. World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Ironman Adventures, episode 225, episode 75 on our Dwarven Paladin here. I think it's 225. I need to double check real quick, hang on. Yeah, 225, episode 75 on the Dwarven Paladin here. Let's jump back in. I think last time we hit 40, either last time or, no, it was the episode before last. We just did a bunch of, errands last time, and it's going to continue. I can't really scout around in Daenerys for ore. The mobs are too high level around here. I need to be like level 45 before I do all that stuff. So what I think we're going to do now is just go back to questing for a bit. I can continue to farm some iron in Stranglethorn. I might go check for Iron Eye real quickly. I checked earlier this afternoon, he wasn't up. But I might as well go check again since we have our mount. It's very easy. I was in Booty Bay farming. I was farming some pages and doing some errands and whatnot. And while I was in Booty Bay, we got the Spirit of the Zandalar buff, which is really nice. Increases your movement speed by 10% and all stats by 15% for 2 hours. I've used some of it. Like I said, I was checking for Iron Eye and doing some bookkeeping and organization and management and all that jazz, and yeah, we're down to about 90 minutes left on it, so an hour and a half. We've used about 30 minutes of it, but at some point we do need to go do Morbid Fell. I am still a little worried about this quest, I'm not gonna lie. I'll feel a lot more comfortable I would feel a lot more comfortable if I did have a Holy Wrath, but I think we're gonna get the quest done before then. With all of my tools, if I could get buffed by a priest and with things like this agility scroll, sharpening stones, and if I just focus down the ads and maybe kite out Morbid Fell himself, I think it could be okay, but I don't think I'm going to take it on this episode. I do want to... We have some more stuff to do in the jungle. I think that's where we're going to. We're just going to go back to the jungle, get these singing crystal shards, maybe get the rest of the troll legends. I should try and farm the rest of these pages. We only need 2 more pages for chapters 2 and 3, and then read all the chapters. We have a lot of reading to do all around the world. We got a lot to do. But while I have this buff, I really want to try and use it. I don't want to be wasting this time reading while I have this buff. Because we don't intentionally wait in town for world buffs. I only ever get a world buff if it just happens to hit while I'm in an area. Which makes them feel a lot more valuable. And just rare and unique. I think on my rogue, I think maybe we got world buffs once when I was in the crossroads or something like that. This is the very first world buff I've gotten on this character, because there is still a decent raiding scene on the hardcore servers. There's still a few guilds that raid. We see them all the time. People with those buffs that kind of showcase that they've survived certain raid bosses in hardcore, which I think is really cool. But it's just not really a thing that I aspire to do. Alright, well there are dead basilisks around here, so if Iron Eye was up, someone might have killed him. I always check this crater here for ore. Okay, it doesn't look like any's in here. Oh, iron. Let's get it, baby. Someone was down here for sure. Oh. It's a Tauren Shaman. Could it be a 4-piece? Give him a wave. Epic Prime. Come on. That's the beauty of the shaman, is you don't really have to worry about your mount as much because you do have Ghost Wolf form. But okay, I don't think Iron Eye is up, unfortunately. I did kill him one more time off of stream, and I just got these like garbage cloth gloves or something like that. So I think we're at like 5 or 6 kills on Iron Eye and still no sword, even though apparently he's got like a 40% chance to drop this damn sword. So yeah, this it just feels like it's a I'm losing hope a little bit. The light is starting to dwindle in my eyes just a smidge. I was like, surely after the first kill, we'll get it on the second kill. We get the second kill. Surely after this kill, it'll be the third kill. It cannot be 40%. It's going to drop on the third kill. We're all the way up to like, I think 6 kills now at this point on Iron Eye. I'm not sure if I actually believe the 40% drop rate. All right, well, no Iron Eye. Check along the walls here for ore, more iron, because we are going to need more iron for some of these ornate mithril quests. We've got about a stack of 20 now. There we go, there's some more. That was not very smart pathing, but that's okay. Hopefully we don't get dismounted. All right, I think we're going to catch a boat back to Theramore, then catch a griffin back to Theramore, catch a boat from Theramore back to the wetlands, and then from the wetlands, we're going to be juggling between South Shore, the Arathi Highlands. I need to go get that Lesser Bloodstone ore. Like I said, I need to get those encrusted tail fins. That should not be a problem. And I need to get the Singing Crystal shards. But one big thing that we should do before we go back out there is take out the elixirs of water breathing that we got from way long ago in our journey in hardcore. These will be really nice. I think I'll take out like just 2 should be fine. Those will be nice while we're killing the murlocs for the encrusted tail fins. That way I don't have to drag them all the way to the surface. So I have air. Pog X. But yeah, we want to come back to Tanaris around 45. I think around 45 we'll feel safe to roam around the zone, look for... God, I really got to get rid of all this meat. I don't think I have any bank space either. A little bit. I can deposit some of it, I guess. We'll feel safe enough to like roam around the zone and gather all the ore that's around the zone. I'll come back for all of this, of course. Yeah, looks good. All right, guys, I'm going to pause the video while we fly. I'll resume when we get down to probably the... Well, no. Yeah, I think we're going to resume when we get to the northern bits of the jungle. I'm going to go to Darkshire and then run, and we'll resume when we get to the northern bits of Stranglethorn Vale. So I'll see you guys in just a second. All right, gamers, we are getting to the northern bits of Stranglethorn. Man, it really took some time. I used a lot of my Spirit of the Zandalari there, but that's okay. We'll still have an hour left on it. So I think first things first, let's go get these encrusted tail fins done. They're elite mobs. We did this on our rogue. I don't think it's going to be that big a deal on a paladin, honestly. As long as I'm fully buffed up, I'm going to use one of these elixirs of underwater breathing. Should be very easy. Check Lake Nazfariti for any floating wreckage. I think it's really annoying that you always get dismounted in water in Classic. I know in later versions of WoW you have you can stay mounted in the water, but you also get like underwater mounts, which I think I'd rather prefer underwater mounts than flying mounts. If they ever did like a new type of mount in Classic Plus or anything like that, I feel like underwater mounts wouldn't be that big a deal. You're not really in water a lot. And a big reason for underwater mounts was like some underwater zones, which didn't go over very well with a lot of players, but I thought they were cool. I thought, you know, they're not like groundbreaking or anything like that, but it was just like a cool little thing. What was it? Visage? I can't remember the name of the zone. That one underwater zone in, I think it was Cataclysm. The Balala Ruins. The Savage Coast. Alright, let's go ahead and fully buff up. Throw on a Sharpening Stone, a good one, because I'm going to be fighting elites, so we'll be smacking them around for a while. Let's get a stamina buff going. I'll probably even drink a, just a Rumsey's Rum Dark. I don't need a black label, but that puts us at like 2,700 health. Almost the same amount of health that my level 60 Undead Rogue has, which is kind of crazy. And then right away, pop our Elixir of Water Breathing. They're level 35, so we are 5 levels over on them. They do have a poison, but we're a Paladin, not a big deal. Just the foragers. The warriors don't seem to have anything, which is nice. A big thing that I need to be watching for is this buff. This quest hopefully shouldn't take me more than 30 minutes, but... Okay, these things actually hit kind of hard. It's just a patience game, though, on a Paladin. Especially like a protection Paladin like this. I saw some giant clams down here, which is kind of nice. Okay, they do run near death, so I do need to use a Justice near death, but... The fins have an 80% drop rate, so it's not guaranteed, but it is a high chance. Let's go double Wisdom here to try and rebuild some of this mana, and then we'll go Light, and then Mirror's Death we'll go Justice. Quick little Holy Light. Once this seal is up, we'll honestly at this point I might as well just go Justice. Get as much mana back as I can. And wisdom again. Keep wisdom on ourselves. Full mana, so I might as well spend some of it. I guess I could be consecrating too. Nice, that's 2. And this is why I'm very glad that we did this quest and we kept these. A blue pearl. Used for engineering. Interesting. We need to work our way over to the second troll legend anyways, so let's do that. I know there's murlocs all around that. Fresh kings on ourselves. Let's go wisdom. I was kind of hoping that these giant clams had meat inside of them. I don't think they count as treasure. I don't think our dwarven passive will find them. See if I can just grab this hunter here. Okay, there we go. It's actually kind of nice fighting underwater when you have a water-breathing elixir like this. Use Consecrate because our mana is full. Mana's full again. Let's go ahead and just use a Holy Light. These old bastards hit hard, man. I don't think we have to worry about any kind of ore being underwater. Honestly, I'm not sure if ore can even be underwater. Like, we've seen it in little ponds and lakes and stuff, so sure, yeah, I guess it could be underwater, but I'm thinking like out in the Barrens and outside of the Whaling Caverns. 1124 heal there. Whew. Alright, let's go Justice here because he is low, and then Seal of Righteousness to kind of add some more damage to finish him off quickly. Nice, and another citrine. That's nice. Here's the next troll legend, Grelek the Wanderer. I didn't even read the name of the first one, I think. Are these something that I can read? Okay, we'll read all of these when we get them all. Page 25, we didn't need that. I think I'd rather fight the warriors than any of the others. As long as we're doing double wisdom, I think I have the mana to be spamming Consecrate. Quick Holy Light. Now we'll just let it completely regen. Still have 23 minutes left on our water breathing. Really keep an eye on this, especially when we get down to about 5 minutes. Really be watching that. Alright, we go Justice here because the seal is about to run out. Quick Holy Light to spend some of this mana, and then we'll just finish him off. nice. 4. Yeah, if possible, I think I want to be fighting these warriors over any of the others. That way I'm not having to spend mana with Dispel or Clarity. What is it? Purify? That way I'm not having to remove poisons from myself, deal with bleeds. And these guys just, deal physical damage, so a lot of my armor is coming into play here, reducing that damage. It's only 57 a hit. That's really not that bad. Click Holy Light. Since our mana was full, 1163. We are healing for a lot. It says about 700 to 800, but I think with like a crit and I don't have any int gear really. We've got 15 points of int, not much, but a little bit here and there on things like my ring. And that's about it. Yeah, my ring. So I don't know where I'm getting the other 13 points of int, but oh, Kings and the Zandalar, I bet. Ooh. Oh, yo, blue glittering axe. New plans. 32 to 61. It's actually a lot more damage, and its speed is crazy fast. Wow, we might be switching to axes here soon. Wow, that's really good. 220 to make it. Wow, that's really, really good. If I was still using Seal of the Crusader, that would be really, really good. Still good because, obviously we're getting more procs out of the Seal of Wisdom or Seal of Light with the faster weapon, meaning I have more mana to spend on things like Consecrates, Heals, Dispels. We're also about halfway done and we have 20 minutes left on this buff, which is nice. Let me go ahead and throw a Holy Light on myself. Quick little Holy Light on ourselves again because the mana's about full and we're about a half life. 1100, man, I'm critting like crazy on these heals. Let's go Justice. All right, 4 more, not bad, not bad. This class feels so good, man. I really do feel like confident enough in taking on anything. Another giant clam. Let me test my theory. Yeah, clams don't count as treasure, so our dwarven passive is not really going to do anything down here. I was seeing if maybe there'd be some treasure chests down here, but I'm not seeing anything yet. We are getting about 1,000 experience per kill on these things. They would be pretty good to farm as a paladin. If I wanted to just burn through a bunch of these elixirs of water breathing, this would be a good place to do it. But I do want to save some in case I have quests in the future that require me to kind of spend a lot of time underwater. Then I don't have to worry about managing my breath, because in hardcore that can be something that you just easily overlook and forget about, and then all of a sudden you're drowning. You have a long way to the surface. Like this, we're very deep underwater. If I started drowning right now, we probably wouldn't make it to the surface before I died. I'd have to pop potions, lay on hands, bubbles, all that jazz. My mana is full because I'm yapping, sorry. Consecrate Holy Light. into the Justice, then back to Wisdom. You know the playbook at this point. That's a big reason why we spec'd out of Seal of the Crusader 2, is it was nice. I really enjoyed playing Seal of the Crusader and having a fast melee attack weapon. And that way, you know, we're proccing our wisdoms, our lights, all that jazz. But also we're proccing our sharpening stones more, the raw weapon damage, yada yada, all that jazz. But I'm realizing that for the most part, I'm using double wisdom, light wisdom, or, you know, like light wisdom / justice. I'm usually doing like double wisdom at this point, just to have enough mana to be able to use big heals, to use high ranks to consecrate. And honestly, at this point, what I could do is even go rank 1 here and go 1, 2, and 3. All different ranks. That way, if I want like a light consecrate just to add a little bit of pepper damage, not use a ton of mana, we'll do 1. If I want to use like somewhere in the middle, we go rank 2. If I want to use a big one where I'm not really worried about my mana, I can go rank 3. Because I don't really think I'm going to have anything here in 1 or 2. Usually in 1, on my number 1 mouse button, I go with like a kick ability. Something that I can kick a spell cast, but Paladins don't really have that outside of Hodge, and that's more of a stun, which I have on Q. 2 is usually like a slow ability, which again, Paladins don't really have. And then 3 and 4 are usually my AoE abilities. So probably what I need to start doing is putting Blessing of 4 is usually a sprint ability for me, something like a movement speed ability, and that since Paladins don't really have that, I figured Blessing of Freedom on 4 would be like my way to get my mobility back. But realistically, what I think I'm going to put on 4 is our AoE Holy Wrath. "15 minutes left. Page 16. I don't think we need that page. I think we need 10 and 18, yeah. Let's go with a light rank consecrate. But yeah, actually what I'll probably wind up doing is doing like 1 and 2 will be where the consecrates are, and then 3 will be Holy Wrath. And then something like 6 will be my Hammer of Wrath, which is an execute ability, because we're going to have... Oh, getting low. We're going to have Blessing of Sanctuary on Shift R, and then Holy Shield on R. We'll do Holy Wrath probably on 3, and then put 1 and 2 for Consecrate. Blessing of Sacrifice probably on like 7 or 9. And that's really the last of our spells that we'll get that are like new spells, right? Yeah, that's just about it. Blessing of Sacrifice. Hammer of Wrath and Holy Wrath. I think those are our last 3 new spells. Alright, last one. Tide Lord. I don't want to fight that guy. He's a mage. There we go. There's a warrior. Hopefully this will be our last guy, and we'll just use one of these elixirs. We'll save the other 4 for something else. See, rank 3 of Consecrate uses 320 mana. That's quite a big chunk of our mana. I definitely need to be using double Wisdom if I'm going to be using rank 3 in Consecrate. That way, we still have enough mana to be healing if I need to, using the big Holy Lights. I can still use mini holy lights too. Like, I don't have them on the bar here, so you can't see them, but you can see here in or in Healbot. If I'm not holding shift, we have Flash of Light rank 1 and Holy Light rank 4. Those don't really do anything. Like, mana-wise, they're not really spending any mana. But then if I hold shift, we get Flash of Light rank 3, Holy Light rank 6, which are my big heals, right? Flash of Light being the quick one and, like, mana-efficient one. Holy Light being the slow one, the mana-dense one. But it's the one that heals me for, like, 1100 health. It's, like, a ridiculous amount of health that it heals. Let's go ahead and put the Justice on him. Pop another Consecrate, pop a Holy Light, front load that mana, like always, and then we let it rebuild. Down to go low on mana here because he's low, and hopefully it's our last one. It is. Cool. Okay, nice. Very, very nice. Things that we're going to keep. Let's get out of this water. We need to find the Elder Crocolisk, which... Drizzlick. That was his name. I almost called him Grizzlick. Drizzlick said that we need to kill other saltwater crocs in order to, like, lure him out. He is an elite, but I feel confident in taking him on as a paladin. That was not bad at all. Paladins are such a strong class. It's ridiculous, man. I love this class. It feels so good. Oh, wait a second. It's already out. 4,000 health, level 38. Okay, we got lucky. He's already on the shoreline here. He's basically got the same health as Iron Eye, so I'm feeling confident. Let's eat another stamina food here, though. And Papa Rumsies. We'll go light on him and then wisdom on ourselves to regain some of this mana. He's hitting as hard as these Murlocs, so. Alright, mana's looking good. It's a decent crit from him there, but we don't mind getting crit. It just triggers a readout, which increases our block chance. We go all the way up to 35% block chance when readout procs, so a good chance at blocking once we get crit. It's like 1 in 3. Full mana. Spend that. I'm playing very sloppy right now, but honestly what we need to do is change our seal to Seal of Wisdom. That's like my main seal that I'm using, so that way I can actually watch when my seal is getting low here instead of having to look all the way up here. Keep my eyes more around the triangle that we always talk about, right? And towards the end here, I'm going to go Righteousness, just to add a little bit more damage and take him down. That was a bad Hodge. I should have waited for his swing timer to be even closer. Nice. Alright, we got our Croc skin. We are getting things done. Next up, I think I want to try and get these Singing Crystal Shards, so let's work our way through the jungle here a little bit. We're going to have to pull some of these raptors, I think. Maybe not. Okay. And then we'll head back up north and get the last of the Troll Legends. We also need to go back in the cave and take on Kurzen's subordinates and Kurzen himself, that might be a trickier quest. What's the elite around here? Gluggle? Oh, he is up. That's why we do targets, boys. We killed this guy on our rogue. It's pretty cool. I mean, he's not an elite, so it's nothing scary at all. He's just got an acid splash, but I'm actually down to pull multiple if we grab another one too, so. But somehow we didn't. He's a Murloc. He's going to run near death, so we'll definitely put Justice on him here in just a second. Right about now. Go Righteousness. We're just so strong, man. Sentinel Gloves of the Eagle. It's just money in our pocket. 22 silver. Whoops. I think we farmed these crystal shards on our rogue, like down around this region, so let's go back there. 30 minutes left on our Spirit of the Zandalar. Yeah, this axe is going to be crazy. If I can't find Iron Eye's sword, this axe is going to be insane. 32 to 61, 1.8. We're at 21 to 39, 1.8. We will lose 5 stamina. We'll gain 8 agility, which is crit chance, dodge chance. Increases my armor, which is good. But mostly it's just that weapon damage. It's basically double my weapon damage, and it's the same speed. That's crazy good. It requires 16 mithril bars, 2 aquamarines, 4 thick leather. What do I have out of that? I have 5 thick leather, so we have that. I have 1 aquamarine. I need 1 more. And then the mithril bars, 16 mithril bars. I have that right now, but a lot of our mithril is going to go towards this, these armor smithing quests, but as we get more through the 40s and into the 50s, mithril will be a lot more abundant. We had so much of it on my rogue that I think I was just like selling stacks of mithril. Just like mithril bars. Yeah, a little panther, a little cheeky panther found me. But yeah, low 40s, like lit 40 itself is still a little low level to be finding a lot of mithril. Hang on 1 second, let me send a text back. Okay. Let's look for these basilisks. They should be somewhere around these hills. Yeah, I think it was back through here. Yes, there we go, okay. They are a little bit of a higher level. I probably don't need to be doing light. I can probably do double wisdom. We'll keep light for now. But for the next pull, we'll do double wisdom. I'm starting to realize, like, unless it's an elite, I probably should just do double wisdom. And even if it's an elite, a lot of the times I'm like, double wisdom is just a way. Do double wisdom, that way I can consecrate and, you know, spam big heals. I guess the only time that you don't really want to be doing double wisdom is if they are a mob that can interrupt your heals. Like something with like a shield bash or something like that. Then you probably want to use Seal of Light. Because nothing is scarier than fighting a mob that can kick your heal and then lock you out of holy spells for 6 seconds or whatever it is, 8 seconds, 10 seconds. And then you can't use your bubbles, you can't use your Seal of Light, or your Lay on Hands, any of your heals, right? Now these crystals have a really low drop chance. That kind of sucks. Crystal Vein, mine. Keep out. There should be some ore back here. There is a cave. right. I'm remembering these guys now. The trolls that have been turned to crystal by these basilisks. Since they're 2 levels right now, but they're basically 1 level because we're 10% away from leveling up. We'll just keep it to pulling 1 for right now. They only have a lash, a bleed ability, which I think is just a slow. So I'm not too scared, but yeah, wisdom is just such a strong seal for paladins that I feel like having double wisdom on is so good. It removes the need for me to feel like I need blessing of wisdom on me too. Which then means I can have things like blessing of kings or even blessing of sanctuary when we get it next level. Okay, Lash is just a knockdown ability. Alright, there goes our elixir of water breathing, and so also our sharpening stone is gone. We'll pop another one of those on after this. The beauty of playing a paladin, I can actually just like send text back. There we go, there's 1. Let's go ahead and rebuff up real quick. Just go ahead and do everything. Fresh sharpening stone. Still have 5 minutes left on my Rumsies and my well-fed. We'll just use the last of that. Are we looking on time? About 20 minutes left. I wonder if I can handle 2 of these guys at once. Let's try. Immediately go into stone form. The knockdown is a little risky. Alright, they just used both of their knockdowns, so I think I have a chance to pop Holy Light here. Has a very short cooldown, it seems. Yeah. Okay, you really don't want to be pulling more than one of these guys, just in case you get, you know, knockdown, stun, comboed, and you can't really pop a heal on yourself. You'll wind up like that. You'll wind up having to use potions that you don't really want to use unless absolutely necessary. Okay, the double knockdown, not a fan. Let's go with a lower rank of Consecrate, rank 2. Just try and get through this guy as quickly as possible, that way I'm only fighting 1. There we go. Double Wisdom, and then a Holy Light with a flash. Give me 2 flashes now. No! Oh, I messed up. I didn't hit him fast enough to keep the Wisdom on him. Yeah, the sun's starting to go down, so the lighting is getting a little bad, but I don't want to cut on the overhead light just yet. We should be fine for a little bit. We've only got, like I said, about 15-20 minutes left in this episode. I'm going to try and get the last of these crystal shards and probably wrap it up there, but I don't have too much going on tonight. Hanging out with the missus tomorrow night, so I'm gonna probably do, yeah, of course, I'm gonna probably do like 2 sessions tonight, and then like I said, tomorrow night we won't really be playing. But what do these squishy basilisk guys go for? 6 silver, 7 silver each, and then the prismatic basilisk scales go for 13 silver each. These basilisks are really lucrative to farm. And they're giving me about 800-ish experience, a little more than 800, but yeah, let's stick to just one. I don't want to get like knocked down, chained like that, and have my heals interrupted and have to wind up wasting heals that I don't need to use. Yeah, deranking Consecrate is, I'm actually really glad that I've finally realized at level 40 that I should be putting all the ranks of Consecrate on my bar. And I can just kind of like, you know, decide which one do I want to use at what moments. There we go, that's 2. Got about a minute left on our food buff, our rumsies, all that jazz, so. It seems like rank 2 is going to be the sweet spot of the Consecrates that I want to use. Sorry, I was just checking. See what the sunlight is looking like outside. Yeah, sunset is going to be in the next like 10-20 minutes, so probably finish this up at the perfect time. One more rank 2. Large basilisk tails, those go for quite a bit too. At this point, I guess get rid of the shiny fish scales. I'm saving the last fish liver oil and this elixir of fortitude and this scroll of agility for when we take on Morbid Fell, just in case it winds up being a little bit of a dicey fight. Now I imagine there's going to be some ore in this cave. Level 40. There is iron. Okay, 44 is a little bit high. I don't know why this quest says 35. I mean, is there anywhere else I can farm these? There are some up here, but not many. Like along this ridge. Maybe there's some over here that are a little lower level. We'll go check that out. Excelsior is going to give us 2850. It's not enough to level up. 3,500 for Whistle Brass Bolts back when we hearth. Did that in the wrong order, but that's okay. Probably gonna farm some more of the jungle humanoids after I get off, when we're done with this session. So I'll probably run down to Booty Bay and call it in Booty Bay for now, and then I'll, in my own time between, if I do 2 episodes tonight, I'll come back up to the Curzon compound and farm some more of the humanoids, hopefully get the last 2 pages that we need for the Green Hills of Stranglethorn. We're just missing 10 and 18. And finding specific pages is just, it's a nightmare in solo self-found. It's really not bad in normal servers because you can just buy the pages that you're missing that you don't find while you're adventuring, but when you have to find them all on your own, it's like, oh. You get 6 pages of 16 before you find 1 page of 10 that you need. Man, I'm playing sloppy today. My Hodges are not good. Alright, that's 3. front load everything there. Nice, that's 4. Oh, wait a second. Oh, we got some more right here. That looks like an item that might be worth a little bit of silver. 3, and it probably stacks. Ooh, the Basilisk cards go for quite a bit. Let's get rid of page 25. It's getting dark. It's getting dark. How are we looking on time? A little bit more time. Now these guys just have a crystalline slumber, so maybe I can pull multiple of them. Up stone form for more armor. Let's go double wisdom here to get some mana back. Whoops, hold shift, get a big one. And let's do a baby one too. I messed up my my wisdom there, but that's okay. I just don't really want to get rid of anything else as far as like the crocolisk meat or the mystery meat. It's pretty valuable for cooking. Everything is still giving me like points in cooking if I could cook it. The issue is I need to get a high enough level to where we can go to Tenerius and actually kill those mobs and get all the materials that I need to become an artisan chef, right? Yeah, I'm down to pull 2 of these guys at once. It's really not that bad. It's more so just managing the mana. Go into concentration, pop a holy, back to red. Let's go ahead and just do a double holy light here. Perfect timing on that. the hell is on this body? Oh, more gray items that I want. I guess I could get rid of the blue pearls. They're not really valuable to me. Four minutes to get 4. I'm not sure it's gonna happen. Maybe we'll go a little over here and just try and get the last of the ones that we need. Full stack of 5 of these bad boys, huh? I guess I'd rather have the... Shit, get rid of the page. Messed that up, but that's okay. Nope. Yeah, we don't need another wisdom. I'll just smack him around while I send a text back. me just 1 second. Let me look something up real quick. Okay. 4 more at 20%. It's tough, man. It's tough. There's a couple more across the shore up here, apparently. Oh, there's actually quite a few here. Near the jungle stalkers. I wish we had more time to take the raptors right now, too, but just don't really have that time right now. Yeah, just off raw AoE and red aura alone, we've got that one down to like 55% health, so we do a good chunk of AoE damage. That's 7. Just kind of poking around, see if we see any floating wreckage. Doesn't seem like it, but... Oh, someone's already killed these. And they're still fresh, so someone's definitely over here. What do we have here? Iron? Mithril. Well, we have to get that. Which means we're gonna have to make space for it. Fuck. Okay, we get rid of the tooth and we get rid of the tender crocolisk meat. Oh, I should have got rid of the fish oil. Fuck. It's alright. We only lost out on a little bit. I'm assuming all of these cold eye basilisks are going to be gone along this side. Someone's definitely over here hunting them too, probably on the same quest, so. Yeah. Oily blackmouth. I'm just going to ignore those. Iron up top up here. I do want to get that. Just trying to see if I can find this person. Okay, here they are. Alright, well, she's got this side completely locked down. I gotta kind of have to give it to her. Alright, I think I have to go all the way around. She's just spamming Frostbolt and it works. Well, we get one extra one here for ourselves. And that's level 41, which means we get Blessing of Sanctuary. That's huge. And 8 shards, 2 more. Alright, let's put Blessing of Sanctuary, Shift R. We're going to juggle between that and Kings. I think for the most part we'll be using Blessing of Sanctuary though. Stats are really nice on Kings, but having that bonus damage and the chance to block and reduce the damage is just really good on Blessing of Sanctuary. Let's go back and see if any of the ones that are around here have respawned. We just need 2 more and then we're good. Trying to duck these raptors if I can, just to save time. Okay, these have respawn, nice. Let's actually try Blessing of Sanctuary now. And then for ourselves, we go... Okay, I can't change it in combat, that's fine. Yeah, even more damage being reflected back to them, which is really nice. Seeing all these small little numbers pop up. Alright, we can switch over to you. Just go ahead and use a Holy Light just because you'll die from the reflect damage. I was hoping that would be 9. Right there. Man, it is getting dark. Alright, that's 9. I just put kings on everyone. Yeah, it's just nice seeing all these little numbers add up here. We got hit by 2 crits back to back. It's unfortunate. We just need 1 more. Alright, AoE should deal with you. And that's our 10th. Nice. Okay, cool. An annoying quest done. Next time we'll get the 3rd and 4th Troll Legend. We'll get these Jungle Stalkers taken care of. We'll do Tiger Mastery, Panther Mastery. Like I said, I'm going to try and hunt the rest of these pages down. And then also next time, if we have time, I'll try and take on Curzon, his sub-chiefs, his subordinates, the elites, and get his head. Now let's head back to Booty Bay since we're right here. Let's empty out our bags. We'll turn these quests in, we might as well. Which ones are we turning in here? The blue shards and Excelsior, so these 2, okay. Samantha Swifthoof. These Murloc scales are mostly just leatherworking. I'm excited to play a leatherworker in the future. There's a lot of materials that we've gotten where I'm just like, yeah, we just wind up selling them, but it'd be nice to keep them and use them for things like leatherworking. The black scales from the whelps, right? These like thick Murloc scales, maybe we can wind up making something. Like we get a pattern, we go farm some Murlocs and collect scales and then make a cool pair of bracers or a chest piece or something like that. I think I have, who do I have for my leatherworker? I think it's my shaman. Because our druid is going to be herbalism and alchemy, I believe. I have a spreadsheet for it somewhere. Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, here we go. So found hardcore. Okay, so I have my hunter as a Skinner leatherworker. And then I have my druid as a skinning leatherworker as well. And the priest is going to be an herbalist and an alchemist. Okay. That way I kind of have one of everything. On the horde side, our rogue was a mining engineer. On the horde side, we're going to have a shaman who's an herbalist alchemist. We're going to have a warrior who's a mining blacksmith. We're going to have a warlock who's a tailor and enchanter. And then we're going to have a hunter who's a skinning leatherworker. And then on the alliance side, my night elf rogue is going to be mining engineering. Our dwarf paladin is mining blacksmithing. Our night elf druid is going to be skinning leatherworking. Our human priest is going to be herbalism and alchemy. And then my gnome mage is going to be tailoring and enchanting. And that way we have a nice wide spread of professions. It's pretty different for everyone. It's not like everyone's going to be mining engineering, because that is like the best professions that you can go in hardcore, but I'm just going to get rid of the mystery meat. I think I have a full stack in the bank. Yeah. I really can't carry anymore. And that takes us up to 10 gold. Let's talk to Drizzlick. I read somewhere that the saltwater crocolisks are slowly dying out. Bad news for my business, isn't it? Anyways, I hope you have that elder saltwater crocolisk skin for me.
Great. Thanks to your help, I'll have this order filled and sent off to Director Riddlevox on the next boat to Undermine. Ahead of schedule, even. For all your hard work here. I made some extras, so take a pair. It's on Drizzlick. And remember, there's no boot so fine as one of Drizzlick's Excelsior line.
We love Drizzlick. Thanks for the boots, Drizzlick. Don't let him see that we sold them. Alright, and then we just gotta go turn this final quest in. We'll call it here for now. Like I said, I'm gonna do some things off recording on my own dime. That belt wasn't up yesterday. Someone had bought it. So I'm gonna go check and see if it's back up real quick.
You act like this is the best junk I've ever seen.
No, it was next door.
Sure, it's okay.
Sorry, Brick. Yes, it is a heavy notched belt. It's 2 gold, but we do get, 3 extra strength and 17 armor? It's pretty good. I'll take that for 2 gold. Nice. That means I can sell the Crusader belt. Although I did like the Crusader belt for the name. It's very fitting for a paladin, but more stats are more stats. Now unbuffed, we're at 2,000 health. We've got 139 strength, 162 stamina. So we still have a good bit of strength, even though that we're mainly stacking stamina. It's actually really nice. Let's go ahead and buff everyone up real quick. Kings, kings, kings. Give everyone a bow. Hopefully that priest buffs me. Stay safe, friends. And she did buff me. Nice. That's exactly what I was hoping for. 56 stamina. So maybe next time we play, I'll try and take on Morbid Fell. It has gone gray at this point, but I think I'll still get max amount of experience. I might have to relog and see, but with this buff, new blessing, our level discrepancy, I think we might be fine to take on Morbid Fell. But for now, guys, we're going to call this one here. I want to thank you for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love, and God bless, gamers.